Well, Carlos Sainz has yet to get a drive for next season, but that doesn't mean that there aren't plenty of opportunities available to him. And also, it doesn't mean that other people aren't weighing in with their opinions. My name is Stephen Dawes. This is No Fluff F1. Don't forget to subscribe for more Formula One news, views, and reviews. And today we're talking about Carlos Sainz. Now, Martin Brundle, who is, of course, one of the pundits on Sky Sports F1, he has said he thinks it's a no-brainer for Carlos Sainz to join another team such as Red Bull. Obviously, Lewis Hamilton is going to be moving across to Ferrari to join Charles Leclerc for next season, and that means that Carlos Sainz is without a drive for next year. Now, he says that his out of contract for the year is the cork in the bottle who would have the biggest influence on the driver market. So Martin Brundle says it's really tough for him. In pre-season, I said I thought he was going to fly this year because the pressure is off. He can drive for himself a little bit more. The team have biffed him off Lewis Hamilton. Biffed, that's an interesting word. His talents are always going to flow with nothing to lose and everything to gain. All of the right mentality to just go and fly and really just take it to everyone. And now, of course, he has done that. And he says that's exactly what he's done. And he's left Leclerc floundering to an extent in some respects. And I would never underestimate Charles Leclerc, but I would never underestimate Carlos Sainz either. I can understand for what Ferrari have done. Two biggest brands in F1 are Ferrari and Lewis Hamilton right now, and they're joining up, and that's a great story. I think Mercedes, if Antonelli is ready, then they're going to try and put him in Hamilton's seat. So will Perez kick the Red Bull seat? That's the key. That's the cork in the bottle. Because putting Sainz in the Red Bull would be a no-brainer for me, or an Aston Martin, or a Mercedes-Benz for that matter. He's now got the experience, he's got the speed, and he's still got youth on his side to an extent. I don't think that's going to happen necessarily in terms of where he's going to go. I don't think he'll go to Aston Martin or Mercedes-Benz, because right now Red Bull are the team in form, and even though there are going to be changes next season, I think that Red Bull will still be a very dominant force in F1. So I think that if he's going to go anywhere and he wants success, he's probably going to go for Red Bull. I mean, why would you go for Mercedes, who are currently floundering? Aston Martin are a decent side, but they're a decent team, but they're not going to be really pushing for championships like Red Bull are. So I reckon Red Bull will be the team for him. He's advised, and Brundle has advised Sainz to keep his options open for as long as he can. The problem Team Sainz have is that Sauber, let's call them Audi going forward, are putting him under pressure to do a long-term deal, which means he will then be at Sauber next year treading water, and then hanging all of his chances on how quickly Audi can get their team and their power unit together and become competitive, and that is no small task. So he can actually go off and have a really serious 3, even 4 seasons with another team and still join Audi when they're ripe and ready to go. But they're putting him under pressure to sign, and I don't see the other teams ready to give into that pressure and sign Sainz. My advice to Carlos and his dad would be to things happen very quickly in this business. 2 weeks is a very long time in F1, and just keep your options open. And I think that's absolutely right. I don't think Audi are going to be competitive anytime soon, so I think that he needs to really go to a team that's going to be competitive, such as Red Bull, and then he can go to Audi later on if that's really what he wants to do. But I'd love to hear your thoughts, F1 fans. Do you think that Carlos Sainz should go to Red Bull or even Mercedes, or do you think that actually he should sign a long-term deal with Audi and put all his eggs in one basket? Let me know down in the comment section what you think, and don't forget to like this video if you liked it.